there's five main factors. The largest factor, which it makes up 35% of your credit score, is your payment history. So that makes a lot of sense. You make your payments on time, you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck in your credit score. Now, right below that, what makes up 30% of your credit score is, the amount owed, and this is particularly on your unsecured revolving debt. So, keep your balances low on your credit cards, you're going to get a higher credit score. The next tier is, at 15% is going to be your length of credit history. So what this just kind of means is, the longer you've been utilizing credit, potentially have a higher score. Now, keep in mind, it also takes into account there hasn't been many delinquencies, that payment history comes into play, and your balances are low as well. But 15% of that goes towards your length of credit history. Now, a question, to expand on this just a little bit is, we do get questions a lot from our customers on, hey, my borrower has quite a few accounts. Which accounts should they close? Think that this way, because of the credit history, we want you to go ahead and close those accounts in the reverse order of opening. So you're going to close those newer accounts first to keep that history going. Next tier, another 10% is your new accounts. This is kind of more into the market right now where we're hearing about inquiries. Granted, it's only 10%, and that's why, we try to explain inquiries have such a minimal impact. Number one, like inquiries for mortgage purposes only, count, once within a certain time period. But when you do open up a new account, it does have a minor impact on your score. But again, that's only at 10%. And then the last 10% is the type of credit used. And a simplified way to look at that is they want a good mix of credit. So they want you to have revolving accounts. They want you to have installment accounts. They don't want you to have just an overbearing amount of just one type of line of credit or installment loan on your credit report.
So again, a great question. And, I've always kidded about this in my years in the industry is, time and money are the two things that fix credit. So what you really want to do is, look at keeping the balances on your credit cards down. There's always been this 30% rule of high credit to balance kind of thing. You don't want to be maxed out on your credit cards. When somebody goes to pull your credit file because you're not maximizing your credit score potential. And then, just crazy ideas like paying your bills on time. A 30-day late on a creded card, can be absolutely devastating to knock you from one tier down to the other when you're trying to qualify. And especially, I can't hit home enough, never want to miss a mortgage payment. So twofold there, and there's a lot of things that go into underwriting a loan and credit and that kind of thing. And there's some things that affect the underwriting and there's some things that affect the credit. So when you miss a mortgage payment, you're dropping your credit score traditionally on the mortgage side about 100 points. However, it is really difficult to get another lender to approve you for a loan if you're late on a mortgage payment currently. So from an underwriting standpoint, it's really tough. And from a credit score standpoint, it's really tough.
So many people think that, but actually, no, it will not do that. I actually encourage people to do that. You can do it a number of ways. You can actually go right to the bureaus and get a copy of your credit file, or you can go to annualcreditreport.com. That way they can check, make sure everything looks great. And again, it will have a soft inquiry on their file. So when they do check their file, it'll be there, but it doesn't affect score or anything else. It's just one of those things that they can go and do, make sure that their credit report looks great, everything's in order, and then move on.